you mentioned 4 words on our call, and I wanted to specifically call these out and just kind of get your reaction feedback to them. And I love all these: grace, empathy, professionalism, and warmth. So I'm assuming that when we were talking on our call that you were referring to the business side of things, but now meeting you in person, you absolutely embody those 4 things. So how are you taking those and making that a part of your business world every day?
Thank you. Thank you. How am I taking these? They are important words. Grace is something I think I get from my mother. Mom, if you're watching, hi. I don't know if you are, but maybe
she said she was going to give you a call.
Yes,
out, so.
I don't know. I get grace from my mom, and grace is something that I am trying my best to teach my clients, specifically in boudoir photography, because women, we kind of, I think men do it too. We stand in front of the mirror. We're so negative. Like, our brains are taught to go to the negative all the time with life in general, but for women specifically with their body image. So I am teaching grace and warmth for our own selves, for our own persona. Like, when we're looking at the images that have very specific rules, you're not allowed to say, I don't like. You can either say, I love this image, or I like this image, using it positive language when we're speaking to ourselves, even if it's just for this next 10 minutes. I always tell them, so giving yourself grace, being warm. So that's on those 2 words. Professionalism, of course, it's just how we hold ourselves in life and business.
And accountable.
Yeah. And what was the 4th one?
So empathy.
Empathy is a really good one. Being empathetic, being wholehearted, really listening, really connecting with the client, appreciating their world, understanding their world, connecting to that. Because I said that it's not just pictures, and the clients have to trust you. They have to open up. It's like they are trusting you with their most precious memories, and it's such an important job. It's not just a paycheck. You make a really impactful, moment in these people's lives. It's important. So you have to be empathetic.
Absolutely. And it shows, definitely. And just looking at the images, I don't know any of these women that are on the wall, but I guarantee that you had that relationship with them, that it started with you clearly communicating at the beginning, them following your body language and mirroring you and you mirroring them, and then you end up with a beautiful product at the end. So before we start talking about crafting an album, I do want to hit on something a little bit more businessy before we shift over.
Let's go.
So when you first start talking to a client, and we've been talking about communication, how do you, I suppose the term would be maybe pre-qualify, or how do you make sure that this person that you're talking to, on Zoom, or if you're emailing, or whatever the communication method is to begin with, fits your model, and that somebody that you feel is going to be a good person to work with for you?
Great question. So, it's not always the pre-qualified person. Like, the first pre-qualifying question is, I send them an email with my starting price. If that works for them, they go for me. But I also think people who reach out to me, they're not just gonna here's a random photographer, click, let me get in touch with her.
Right, there's gonna be research.
There's gonna be some research. So they see the brand. I have videos. Videos are also another super important thing besides Zoom that every business needs to be having on their website, on their Instagram, video messages, everything with video.
Right.
So they see me, they hear me, they connect with me. So when they get on a Zoom, they already know me a little bit. And then during that Zoom call, that's what pre-qualifies the client. We either connect or we don't. I'm not for everybody. Some people, as best of a job as I can do to connect with you and explain how amazing this experience is going to be, maybe I'm out of your budget, and it's just not meant to be, and that's okay. I'm not for everyone.
Yeah.
But the people that I do end up working with, we're like best friends when we meet.
I can imagine. and that just grows over the time.
Yeah, it does. It's, you know, how many women tell me they've never been more comfortable naked in front of a stranger than with me, which is kind of a funny compliment, but it just happens. It's that, you know, that's how those conversations happen. That's why it's so important.
Yeah, absolutely. And to highlight something that you said, it's okay if it's not a good fit.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fine. And that, to go back a few minutes in our conversation, comes from confidence. It's you having the confidence and the wherewithal of your own style and your own personality to be like, that's fine. You know, I'm not for you, and that's okay. You know, there's going to be somebody out there that is.